My mom died soon after finding out my dad cheated with her best friend. Now I confront his wife and won't stop reminding her of the betrayal. I never thought I'd be the person who holds a grudge. But here I am at 17, staring at the woman who helped destroy my family, trying to keep my hands from shaking. Her name is Haley. She used to be my mom's best friend since high school. Now she's my dad's wife, living in what was once my mom's house, sleeping in what was once my mom's bed. 2 years ago, my life was normal. My mom, Sarah, was this amazing woman who volunteered at my school and baked cookies that the whole neighborhood loved. My dad, Mark, worked a lot, but always made time for our Sunday movie nights. They seemed happy. They seemed in love. I believed they would be together forever. I was 15 when I first noticed something was off. Dad started working later hours. He was always on his phone, smiling at text messages. Mom started getting quiet at dinner, watching him with these sad eyes when he wasn't looking. I didn't understand what was happening then. And then there was Haley. She was always around, bringing casseroles when Mom was too tired to cook, offering to drive me to soccer practice, calling Dad for work advice. I thought she was being nice. I actually liked her. That's the part that makes me the angriest now. I like the woman who was secretly destroying my family. The day Mom found out about the affair still plays in my head like a movie I can't turn off. I came home from school to find her sitting at the kitchen table, her face blank, holding Dad's phone. She didn't even look up when I walked in. "Your father has been sleeping with Haley," she said in this hollow voice I'd never heard before. "For 8 months. 8 months." While Haley hugged my mom and ate dinner at our table. While she looked my mom in the eye and called her bestie, she was sleeping with my dad behind her back. I didn't know it then, but that moment was the beginning of the end of my mom's life. Mom tried to keep it together at first. She kicked Dad out immediately, but she told me we would be okay. "It's just you and me now, kiddo," she'd say, forcing a smile that never reached her eyes. But I could see her fading a little more each day. She stopped eating, stopped sleeping. She'd just sit in her room staring at old photos or drive around aimlessly for hours. When I asked her where she went, she'd just say, "Nowhere." I tried to help her, but I was just a kid. What did I know about healing a broken heart? 3 months after she found out about the affair, Mom caught pneumonia. The doctors said her immune system was weakened from stress and lack of proper nutrition. What they didn't say, but what I knew, was that she had given up. She didn't have the strength to fight anymore. I sat by her hospital bed for 4 days, watching her slip away. Dad came to visit once, and she turned her face to the wall until he left. The last thing she said to me was, "Don't let them erase me." I didn't understand what she meant then. The funeral was small. Dad stood in the back, looking lost. Haley wasn't there, thank God. I stayed with my grandparents for a month after Mom died, but eventually I had to go back home. Back to the house where Dad was living alone, surrounded by Mom's things that he hadn't bothered to move. Then, 6 months after Mom's funeral, Dad told me Haley was moving in. "We need to move forward," he said, like my mom had been some roadblock to their happiness. That was the first time I confronted him, really screamed at him. I told him he was disgusting, that they had killed my mother. He just stood there, taking it, looking sad but not saying he was wrong. When Haley moved in, she tried to play nice. She tried to bond with me, saying things like, "I know I can never replace your mom," while literally replacing her in every way. She redecorated the house, threw away Mom's favorite armchair because it didn't match the new aesthetic, and started cooking these healthy meals that were nothing like Mom's comfort food. Every time I looked at them together, I could feel my blood boiling. They were acting like everything was normal and fine, like they hadn't destroyed someone's life. Like my mom hadn't died heartbroken and betrayed. For a while, I just stayed in my room when I was home, avoiding them as much as possible. But then I realized that's not what Mom would want. She said not to let them erase her, and I wasn't going to. The breaking point came on what would have been Mom's birthday. I came downstairs that morning expecting something, some acknowledgement. Maybe Dad would say, "Today's going to be hard," or even just give me a sad look, anything to show he remembered. Instead, I found Dad and Haley in the kitchen, laughing over coffee. Haley was wearing Mom's apron, the one with painted sunflowers that I had given her for Mother's Day when I was 10. I stood in the doorway, frozen, watching this woman wear my dead mother's clothes like they were hers to take. Good morning, Jake, Haley said, all smiles. I made blueberry pancakes, your favorite. They were my favorite. They were Dad's favorite. Mom always made chocolate chip pancakes for me. It's Mom's birthday today, I said, my voice coming out smaller than I wanted. The kitchen got quiet. Dad's coffee cup froze halfway to his mouth. Haley's smile dimmed. Oh, Dad finally said. I guess I forgot. Forgot? How could he forget? They were married for 18 years. He bought her birthday presents and cakes and taken her to dinner every year of my life until last year. Take off that apron, I said to Haley, my hands clenching into fists. It's not yours. Jake, Dad started, using his warning voice. That was Mom's. That was her special apron. You don't get to wear it like it's just some random piece of cloth. I was yelling now, tears starting to burn my eyes. Haley quickly untied the apron, her face flushed. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was special. I found it in the drawer, and... You found it in the drawer? I repeated, my voice rising with each word. This isn't your house. Those aren't your drawers to look through. That's not your husband you're sleeping with. That's enough. Dad stood up, his chair scraping against the floor. Haley is my wife now, and this is her home too. I know you're still grieving, but you need to show some respect. Respect? The word hit me like a slap. Respect? Like the respect you showed Mom when you were cheating on her with her best friend? That kind of respect. Dad's face went pale. Haley looked like she might be sick. Good. Your mom wouldn't want you to talk like this, Dad said quietly. Something in me snapped. Don't you dare tell me what Mom would want. You lost that right when you betrayed her. She died because of what you two did. She died heartbroken and alone while you were planning your new life together. I grabbed the apron from Haley's hands and ran upstairs, slamming my door so hard a picture fell off my wall. I sat on my bed, clutching Mom's apron to my chest, and finally let myself cry. After that morning, something changed in me. The sadness I'd been carrying since Mom died hardened into something else, something sharper, more focused. I started to realize I had power. The power of truth. The power to make them remember what they'd done. I stopped hiding in my room. Instead, I made sure I was around, especially when they had company over. I casually mentioned Mom, watching their faces freeze with discomfort. Hey, Dad, remember how Mom used to make her special lasagna for dinner parties? The one with her secret recipe that Haley keeps trying to copy but can't get right. Or when Haley's parents came to visit. It's weird seeing you guys here. The last time you visited, Mom was still alive and Haley was just her best friend. Crazy how much things can change in a year, huh? I wasn't yelling anymore. I didn't need to. I had found something much more effective, reminding them again and again, in small, piercing ways, of what they had done. I didn't need to make a scene. All I had to do was speak the truth in rooms that preferred silence. I could see the way Haley would flinch every time I brought up Mom's name, or how Dad would suddenly remember a chore he had to do just to escape the tension. It was like lighting a match in a room full of gas and pretending I didn't notice the flames. Sometimes I'd just sit in the living room, flipping through old photo albums, letting the sound of Mom's laughter from home videos echo through the house. I wasn't trying to hurt them. I was trying to keep her alive. And somewhere deep down, I wanted them to hurt too. Just a little. It was the anniversary of Mom's death. I asked Dad if we could do something to honor her. He said, maybe we can light a candle or something, but I don't want to make a whole thing. We're trying to heal. Heal. That word made my skin crawl. That night, after dinner, I walked into the living room where Dad and Haley were watching a show. I turned off the TV without saying a word and stood in front of them, holding a wine glass filled with sparkling cider. "I'd like to make a toast," I said, my voice steady. They looked confused but nodded. I held up the glass. "To Sarah, my mom, the woman who gave everything to this family, even when it was falling apart behind her back. She was strong, kind, and better than any of us deserved." Haley shifted in her seat. Dad looked at the floor. "I want to thank her," I continued, "for teaching me what love is supposed to look like, and for showing me, through her heartbreak, what betrayal truly is." I looked straight at Haley. Some people might try to erase her, pretend she's just a chapter that's closed. But I won't let that happen. I'll make sure she's remembered. Every day, I clinked my glass against the coffee table, took a sip, and walked out. I didn't look back. They didn't say a word for the rest of the night. The next morning, Haley avoided eye contact. Dad said he needed to go into the office early and didn't come home until late. That silence? That was my victory. It wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about reclaiming something that belonged to my mom and to me. Her memory, her dignity, the truth. Over time, I started to heal. Not because they apologized, they never really did, but because I stopped waiting for them to. I realized that closure doesn't always come with an apology. Sometimes it comes with taking your pain and turning it into something that can't be ignored. Mom told me not to let them erase her, and I didn't. I never will.